bringing you classic gaming.
Yes, indeed. Welcome to BYC Gaming, bringing you classic gaming, or in some instances, bring your controller. Right now, this is part 3 of our look at our Madden franchise with the Detroit Lions, a look forward into their future. If you've seen the 2 previous episodes, you've seen that I built this team up pretty much from the dirt, man. Acquired the likes of people like Saquon Barkley, amongst other big names on this team. Justin Herbert is our starting quarterback. Now, for those of y'all might not be familiar with it, we lost to the Patriots the previous season before the one that's going to be displayed before you, and pretty much we're just hoping to get back to where we rightfully belong, which is on top of the NFL in the Super Bowl. As you can see, 11-2 at this point of the video. You see I'm still fighting with the Bears and the Saints for that top slot in the NFC, but I think I should be content. I should be okay, should be moving into that position pretty easily, as we got some playoff games, pretty much potential playoff matchups against Green Bay coming up, and then we got a what should be a winnable game against Washington, depending on whether or not we decide to rest our starters or not. Nonetheless, this week we talked about this team. They're 9-4 right now. We're going up against the New Orleans Saints, man. They've been playing some good football even after Drew Brees left. Jacoby Brissett is their quarterback. He's been cooking, been in the Pro Bowl a few times since he's taken over the reins out there in New Orleans. So very interested to see how he comes to play in this game against the Detroit Lions, my squad. It's going down in a major way. Right now, let's kick it over to Jonathan Coachman.
Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Okay, so there you see Tim Thomas and my Detroit Lions are in New Orleans. They're ready to do battle, ready to do war. This is a very important game as far as seeding is concerned. We've seen that all throughout the intro. So let's go ahead and see how this game starts off. Jacoby Brissett is your starter for this game. Take a look at his stats right here.
They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
I'm absolutely
you see very solid numbers for Jacoby Brissett as he starts this game off with a solid drive. As there you see they get 1st and goal, and they're not able to get through on 3rd down as they try to throw it over the middle. Great defensive play by Darius Slay. That leads to 3 points by their kicker, Mr. Weeks, and we open it up on our first drive. Justin Herbert comes out, a little handoff to my man Saquon Barkley, and he is off to the races, man. As Coachman said in the intro, both of these guys, Kamara and Barkley, have been the catalyst for their roster, and nothing's changing every week to week when it comes to that man right there, Saquon Barkley. And here you see some of the statistics for his opposing opponent, Mr. Alvin Kamara, who's been cooking lately. You see he takes a handoff right here, and he's breaking tackles, man. Not much of a game, but he's showing that he's definitely going to be fighting in this game, and it's going to be a war on the ground. Let's see how it plays out. Here you see 3rd and 4th. Quick play action from Jacoby Brissett. He flobs it up there and is jumbled around, but it drops to the ground. Nonetheless, good play there by the Detroit secondary as they are able to hold off for another stop. Here, let's take a look at my Detroit Lions offense. Man, my man Becton, I'm really hoping he comes back. But obviously, we're winding down in the lifespan of Madden 20. But I hope he does sign back with us. He's been a great addition at left tackle. He's been doing a great job for us. And so you see 3rd and 13. He's doing more of what he does, keeping Some time in the pocket for Herbert, but he's just not able to complete the passes here. You see he's incomplete over the middle, trying to get that long first down on third down. We go to the other side of the ball, 2nd and 8. Another handoff to Alvin Kamara. You see this is going to be a theme. As there you see he gets a first down, quick pickup, quick hitter, 47 rushing yards at this point of the game. Now we got to adjust. Now you see that this is going to be a big part of their game attack. They're not going to solely rely on Michael Thomas and some of their offensive threats. They're going to keep it balanced. And so you see, they got so much time to throw in the pocket there. And he hits an open man who's chugging his way all the way upfield down to, what, the 15-yard line. What a pass. And what a run after the catch. Very, very solid play there from the New Orleans Saints for the first down. You see, we take another look, try to see what happened there in the secondary. I guess it just broke down as the protection was very good on that play. Here's another handoff to Alvin Kamara. He shakes and does a beautiful move right to the left side of the end zone and makes it look easy for the score. 7 points coming up real quick. As you see, he gets a little overly excited with his receiver, man, but nonetheless, the Saints are taking the lead. Look at this move, man. I'm talking about one-cut speed, man. As right there, he left my man Walker in the wind, and he walked straight into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm not going to give them too much credit because these are still my Lions fighting, and we don't go down without a fight. Nice play, though, by Alvin Kamara as the Saints take over the lead here early on in the game. You see the defense, they're trying to stay on point. They know they're facing one of the top offenses in all of the NFL in my Detroit Lions. So let's see what happens here on this next drive. It's now 2nd down, 3 yards to go, 1 minute just about left on the clock. As you see another handoff, this time to J.K. Dobbins. Excuse me, no, that is Saquon Barkley. I stand corrected. It's a short gain, but it does lead to a first down. A couple seconds later, another handoff to Barkley. Once again, he's pushing that line forward. He's already got 88 yards at this point with that touchdown that he scored earlier. So as you can see, he's on pace for another record-setting day on the ground. Here you see the play action. We go for the bomb. We got somebody deep, and it's none other than my dog, Tyreek Black. Probably the best receiver that I've drafted in a Madden video game ever, man. This guy has the speed, the spectacular catch. He came out of Michigan. I don't even know if this guy plays in real life. I'm assuming he does, but man, he has been an all-out dog for the Detroit Lions, man. He's been putting up great numbers ever since we drafted him. As there you see, he makes an amazing catch on the sideline for a long first down to swing the momentum back into our favor. For now, here you see, first down, a little draw play right there, a little run up the middle, and J.K. Dobbins, the Ohio State product, is in the end zone for 6. And there you see he brings his teammates along to celebrate with him as they sit down and heat up. As the first quarter comes to an end, you see J.K. Dobbins gives us the lead, man. I'm going to be honest. When I saw this Saints matchup, I knew I was going to have to deal with Kamara. Obviously, he's a playmaker. I know I would have to make sure that I kept a balanced attack. But after 1 quarter of play, it is a lot of action happening on the ground. Let's see if it stays that way in the second quarter. Here you see Alvin Kamara with another run, but Sean Robinson meets him in the backfield, sits him down for a loss. Big play for the big defensive tackle out of Alabama. Nonetheless, let's keep on moving forward. It's now a Lions drive after the Saints ended up kicking a punt after a quick 3 and out. Here you see my man Herbert thinking about running. He says, nah, I'm going to dump it off to that man. Once again, Black. Short pass in the flats, but it leads to a first down. The momentum is swinging once again. We've already got the lead. We're going for more. You see Herbert drop back to pass, and he hits the wide open Kenny Golladay, one of our team captains right there, who catches the ball right over the middle for another Detroit Lions first down. Next play, we hand it off to J.K. Dobbins, and he's running to the outside. Whoop, one quick move, and he's brought down for the tackle. But as you can see, those chains are moving. You see it happening out there. Play by play, we're moving that ball up the field. We're trying to keep it that way. As here you see another instant replay, another shot of J.K. Dobbins taking the carry for the first down. Here we go. Another play coming up right here. Justin Herbert calls for motion. It's a play action. He's looking. He's got a man over the... Ooh, what a catch by Tyreek Black, man. That was not an easy catch to make. As there you see, caught it in traffic. Hands wrapped all over him, but somehow he's able to bring in his third reception for another first down. Matter of fact, a 1st and goal here midway through the second quarter. We play here on 10-minute quarters. So you see Justin Herbert with a great pass right there at the 5-yard line to his #1 receiver, Mr. Tyreek Black. That's a tough catch once again, as number 28 has some great coverage on that play. But nonetheless, Black makes it look easy. Always bet on Black when it comes to these Detroit Lions, man. This dude is no joke. As let's move into the drive, we got a carry here. Like we got a little bit of face mask as he was being brought down. That's going to lead to a penalty flag. As there you see on the bottom of the screen, New England just won their game. And you know, when I see that, that puts fire in my heart, because I'm trying to get back to play the Patriots in the Super Bowl. There you see Barkley breaks the plane, gets the first down, and all of a sudden we had a back and forth game, but all of a sudden we seem to be pretty much in control on offense. We're finding our strides. We're making a lot of great plays on offense, great calls by Tim Thomas, our coach. And so you see back on offense, Nick Bawden gets the ball as we made them punt on the previous drive, but we almost gave it right back to them in scoring position. Because there you see number 52 is celebrating with the recovered fumble. I'm worried at this point. I'm like, man, we were in control. We almost pretty much opened the door for them to get right back in this game. As there you see our fullback gets tackled. Great tackle by number 56. Just a great tackle. You can't even hate on that one. He made a great play on the strip right there of our Pro Bowl fullback, Mr. Nick Bawden. And as you can see, the 2-minute warning is creeping up. And I'm sitting here really wondering, is this play going to go against us? And apparently it did, as New Orleans held on to the football. It's just a great play. And the field goal's kicked here. And all of a sudden, this game is a lot closer than it was. And right as I say that, on the next drive, Justin Herbert, a little too reckless with the ball, throws an interception. And all of a sudden, the New Orleans Saints are right back in this game. 21-17 as Jacoby Brissett comes back under center. He drives back to throw. He gets hit. He fumbles the ball. And all of a sudden now it's a 2nd and 19. So great job by the Detroit Lions defense for, although they were put in a rough spot where they gave up a possession and it led to a field goal, they did a good job to push these guys back as far as they could. And then you see they get another attempt to make the score even closer right before the half. It's a miss. The score stays 21-17. Let's check in with John.
So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home in U.S. Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Cam Newton, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital, see what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 23-3. Was the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half?
You know, I forgot to put that clip in this game. Did you see that at halftime? That fake field goal they ran? Man, they tried it. But nonetheless, it's still a 21-17 score as my man Ray Feeney brings the ball back. And look at this. First possession, first return, fumble-rooski once again. Luckily this time it stays Detroit Lions ball. 2nd and 2 now. A nice pass there to the quick hitter, none other than Tyreek Black once again. 21-17 here at this point once again, further in the drive. Justin Herbert scrambling, thinking about it. You better get down, my boy. He doesn't get down. He's playing too careless. That leads to a clear fumble. Big mistakes by the Lions here. A lot of turnovers in this game. Not happy with some of the play by some of the guys that usually come with it on offense. There you see a great punt there by New Orleans. Nonetheless, though, Detroit, my guys, they drive the ball right back down the field with 3 minutes left in the third. They're driving. Herbert's thinking about it. He's trying to find the man. A little screen pass off to Mr. Saquon Barkley, who one cuts, breaks a tackle, almost gets in, but he's still 5 yards out. So now we're stomping. We're getting close to that goal line. We're trying to get in there, but we came up short. We had to settle for 3. Nonetheless, it's a 1-possession game. We got to hold them to a touchdown. Now, this game could be a lot worse than what it is right now with all the turnovers that we had on offense. Nonetheless, speaking of turnovers, what a big play by Graham Jr. Let me tell you something, man. I was getting worried about our defense, as our defense has played well despite not playing well. Does that make sense? Detroit, this team, we have one of the best offenses in the league. You know what I mean? So every game we're putting up at least 30 points. When you've got an offense that's scoring like that, your defense just has to hold it together. Yeah, I don't care if we give up 31 points. As long as we've got 32, 33, 34 points, I'm fine with that. It's all about getting a W, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's ugly, pretty, it doesn't matter. It's all about getting a W. As Thomas Graham just did a great job helping us get closer to a victory. And even as I say that, another rushing touchdown in this game. The New Orleans Saints continue to attack. Here they go again. Nonetheless, let's move it back to our side of the football. This game is getting late now. 4 minutes left in the game. You see we're starting to run that ball, trying to run that clock out. J.K. Dobbins, 4 rushes for 60 yards at this point. He has been a definite X factor in this game when Saquon Barkley is tired. First down, just a play later. Here you see Barkley getting the handoff. He's up the middle. He gets the first down. And there you see we're trying to stop that clock down. I got nothing to prove here. I don't have to blow these guys out. We're just trying to get the win, hold our playoff position. Let's move ahead further in the drive. In the drive. 1 minute left, 6 seconds on the play clock. You see we're trying to run it down as far as we can. We get it down, and there you see Saquon Barkley. Once again, our MVP rushes it in for a touchdown. You see he's having a good time celebrating with the teammates in the end zone, and it's looking like we pretty much wrapped this one up at this point. That's all we needed. We really were trying to run out the clock, but a rushing touchdown helps nonetheless, as now we get ready to move up 38-24. Kobe Brissett got his team past midfield, but this is a very hard task trying to get your team to score 14 points in such a short time. As there you see a pass to Kamara, he's hit in the backfield, and despite an amazing rushing day from both teams, it's a Detroit Lions win. Let's see what they have to say about this.
Check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this was basically just an exhibition game for them, as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Great effort put out by the Detroit Lions offense. The defense showed up as well, making plays when they counted. Jacoby Brissett, there you see 200 yards. Similar numbers for Justin Herbert. It wasn't so much about the passing game. It's here where we stop right here. The rushing game was this game, man. These guys made a big difference. There, just some of those names you see right there: Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Nick Bowden, J.K. Dobbins. I mean, it was a very, very smash mouth game. You know what I'm saying? We had to earn every yard that we got. We had to take it as they came, you know what I mean? And nonetheless, we're looking like we're in position to hold that #1 seed, to have home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So we got to keep doing what we got to do. In our next episode, we'll be playing against the Green Bay Packers. I believe that's going to be at Lambeau Field. And then we finish the season up against the Washington Redskins. So all we can hope for right now is that we have to go into Green Bay and make sure we can be locked in that victory. We have to get that win. Then we can start thinking about playoffs. Then we can start thinking about resting our starters in week 17. Then we can start thinking about, getting that bye week and resting up for the wild card, getting ready for the divisional round, as well as potentially a conference championship and a Super Bowl. Yes, a Super Bowl. We're looking for that redemption. We're hoping to get our team back there. And right now, I'm trying to get you all to tune in to BYC Gaming. Tune into us on Twitch at BYC_gaming. We are on Twitch once again at BYC_gaming. Tune in. We're going to keep bringing you this classic gaming, doing what we do. It's Biz Billa, and we out of here.
Bringing you classic gaming.